Just because something is temporarily successful doesn't mean it's going to stay successful over the long haul. Hey everybody, it's Baer with another J Today, where I give you a piece of my mind 3 minutes at a time. Nice enough to be outside here in Indiana today in just a couple of days. It is the big Floyd Mayweather-Manny Pacquiao fight. You probably heard about it. It's been much ballyhooed. The fight of the century, the fight of the millennium, the fight of the next millennium. Some $400 million expected in live gate, and perhaps even more than that in pay-per-view, setting all kinds of records. But do not be confused, ladies and gentlemen. This does not mean that boxing is having a renaissance. This does not mean that boxing is even a healthy sport. No one cares about boxing anymore. Why? Because wrestling and MMA, primarily the UFC, are a better product. It's a product for the year that we live in now. It's faster, it's more interesting, it's more exciting, it's more inherently digital in the way they present it, and they're much, much, much better at telling stories about their athletes. Certainly, MMA has completely capitalized on the presence of women as mixed martial artists, which is a very interesting dynamic. And I got to tell you, you know what boxing is now? Boxing is the new baseball, or perhaps baseball is the new boxing, because you can look at baseball's data and say, last year they had record attendance. Last year they had record revenues, and you know what? That's true. But do a survey of young Americans. What's their favorite sport? And for very, very few of them is baseball even in the top 2 boxes. It's football and it's basketball, and in some parts of the country, it's hockey. Baseball is doing great right now. But fast forward 10 years, and unless they can do a better job of producing a show, right, of building up stars, of being more inherently interesting for modern times, baseball is going to end up just like boxing. So just because things are going great now doesn't mean they're going great over the long haul. It's like my dad used to always tell me when I was a kid. Remember, it's never going as good as you think it is, and it's never going as bad as you think it is. Do not be fooled by the stories about boxing's reemergence based on one fight. At least I hope it's a good fight. Today's Sprout Social shout-out is from my friend Tim Hayden. Tim is a terrific guy, author. I think I've shouted him out here before. He is now VP of Marketing at a company called Signal Labs in San Francisco, which is doing a ton of real-time data analysis and figuring out what the story is. Real-time trend data that they're feeding to TV stations and corporate clients. If you want to know what's going on, you can find out from Signal Labs. In fact, they're doing a bunch of analysis about the chatter around the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, so it'll be interesting to see what they come up with. Look for that. Tim Hayden at Signal Labs. As always, this show, the J Today Show, is brought to you by Sprout Social, which is what I use for my own social media, including during the fight. Maybe I'll get the fight and live tweet it. And the show is brought to you by Candidio. They help make these videos a success. I just shoot these on my iPhone, even outdoors here, and they do the rest. They upload it and do a little post-production, things like that. And they can do the same for you. Fast, easy, affordable. It's Candidio, live from the backyard. This is Baer. This has been J Today. Please subscribe if you haven't done that, and I'll see you tomorrow.